Look at this. To get this out and that out, I probably have to remove this, which means I have to remove this. I'm gonna take my best girl out to lunch. Oh my gosh, what's going on with this crazy car? What's that? Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, it's been over a month since I have been able to use my beautiful 1987 Jaguar that I bought for the princely sum of $1,200. She's in great condition. She is a beautiful vehicle, but unfortunately, the air conditioner went kaput, just like the air conditioner in that car went kaput. Yeah, the 1987 420 SEL. I had wanted to compare the two vehicles this summer and do some videos, you know, the best that Jaguar offered and the best that Mercedes offered in 1987. I'm not doing that without air conditioning. There is no way. Temperature with the heat index is incredibly through the roof. 107, 108 degrees. I don't want to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So what we're going to do today is kind of like what we did on the Mercedes. We're fixing the air conditioner system, and hopefully, we are going to be able to enjoy my beautiful ox blood red interior on this very cheap Jag. So here's what we're dealing with. Yep. Dryer sheets, once again, I'm trying to keep all of the rats at bay, okay? Now, I have removed the air pump. We don't even need that these days anymore. So I've removed that, which gives us more access to the compressor right there. Look at the fittings. Look how long this has been on the car. This thing has been, this is original since 1987, okay? What I need to do though is remove this. So I have the belt that I have to remove. I have some bolts right here that I have to remove. This bracket, I'm assuming, will have to come out. To get this out and that out, I probably have to remove this, which means I have to remove this, which, you know, just adds to the journey, which is fine. But let me see how much of this I can do just really quickly off camera. Basically, I've 1, 2, 3 bolts. This comes off. I think this is held on. This is one bolt right here. There's probably another one back there that's held on. I'll show you. We will correctly discharge the system. We're not having any problems with the environment or anything like that. And we will get to our air conditioning compressor, which, by the way, this is literally the heaviest. I got all my accoutrements, what a stupid word, right here. This is literally the heaviest air conditioning compressor I have ever lifted. I mean, this thing weighs a freaking ton, okay? But it's gonna be great, and because I have a green label right here, according to the directions, I already have 3 ounces of PAG oil. And so I have enough to fill the rest. We'll look and get the correct amount before we get the key a turn. But this thing weighs a freaking ton. I'm making progress. It's so helpful when the air compressor is right on top, okay? So we have removed the in and out hoses here. I had 2 grounding things right here. I guess I could remove this little electrical piece right here. I do have a clip right here that I have to remove. Oh, come on out. Come on, baby. There it is. That is now removed. I had 2 bolts at the bottom, and of course the adjustment right here. I've already removed the belt, and I think now if I remove this bolt, this one, and that one, then this bracket will come off, and I should be able just to access it from the top, and all should be well. So let's remove the brackets. Everything is like a 15 and a 14. I don't know why it's not a 13. It's a 14, which is really surprising, but you know, it's a Jag after all. She's out. I only had to remove the 1 bolt right here that gave me access to this bracket. So once this was out, this one can remain, and you just got to kind of pull it through there, okay? There's your alternator right down there. And I think I found the problem, the horrible sound. But first, I want to tell you how we are continuing to upgrade my little silver truck that I love so much. Today, we're using this right here. This is a Michelin truck bed liner, no tools required, super precise, super good fit, and it's not even that much money. Let me show you how it goes on. This is going to be so easy to install because it's a precise fit. They use blue laser technology, which is 10 times more precise than red laser technology, to measure and to cut these truck bed mats. This one right here is actually for the 2002 to 2018 Ford Ram 1500, and then it goes up to the 2026, I believe, in the 2500. And go online and check it out. But it's for all of the Ram pickup trucks, the later model Ram pickup trucks with the 6-foot 4-inch bed like this, the little short beds. I love this truck. It's tall, it's short, it's cool, and I use it all the time. So with this, we're going to do something that the other owners did not do before me. I'm going to protect the bed. Let me show you what it looks like. This thing has raised walls, a non-slip surface, and it's made out of TPE construction, which means it is going to be super duper tough. And look at this, you even get a carrying case. Let's get rid of the box. Look at this carrying case. This is nice. Okay, if this gets dirty, you just take it off. If you want to haul something and you want to protect the lining, the bed of your truck, you just put it on. No tools are required. And because it is that blue laser technology, it is going to fit so perfect. We'll get rid of that. It's going to be just incredible. Look at this thing. How easy is this going to be to use? I got to figure out which end goes in front and which is the back end. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm guessing this way? Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep. I think this is it right here. Here we go. All we have to do, slide this down. Look at the fit. And it's going to go, I have these little tie downs right here, and this is going to go under the tie downs, and it's going to keep it in position. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's perfect. Okay, so this is, like I said, non-slip. It's going to protect the floor of the bed. It's going to keep all the water out, and it's going to keep whatever you're hauling safe, and it's going to protect the paint in the bed of your truck. And I can't tell you how much I like it already. I think this is so cool. Let me get this under here and I'll give you a little closer look. Here's what it looks like on, okay? It hasn't even, it's been in that box, and so we still have the sun. We'll kind of let this thing expand a little bit, and it's gonna be just a perfect fit. But look how thick this is. This is that TPE. Michelin makes tires, and to me, this feels like something a tire could be made out of, okay? I like the little labeling right here, and this is what I'm talking about. It goes under my little tie downs right there. And if you look all the way up there, you can see I use the tie downs all the time. And if you can see right here, see how beat up the truck bed is? I think this makes it look so much better. Like I said in the intro, I wish the previous owner of this cool truck would have protected the bed a little bit better. But look, as we climb up in here, you can see the precision, just as it kind of comes around here and the raised wall. So this will kind of settle a little bit, but look, even the little cut there, and it goes all the way across here, little cut there and back. This thing is fantastic, and it's anti-slip. And I think it just makes the truck look so much better. Now, this is backed with a 1-year warranty. You're not gonna have any problems with it, but should you get a 1-year warranty. And if you get it really, really dirty, this just comes right out. You spray it down, you put it back in, and you're good to go. I know, I got real excited about a bed liner for my truck. But I love the truck, I really do. I think this is so cool. So like I said, it is $139 right now. You can find it, I'll put the link in the description box, and it does have 4.8 stars on Amazon with 171 reviews. So you know it's gonna be a quality product with a lot of people telling you that it actually is, okay? Once again, if you want some more information on this very cool Michelin bed liner, go to the description box below and you're gonna get everything that you need. I think it's fantastic, and I think that you will too, all right? Now let's get back to work. Look at this. Look at that. See how it's eaten through here? Yeah, I think we had an external issue with the clutch. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, that's kind of the sound I was hearing right there. That's not good. So let's unwrap the new one and we'll compare the two. Well, side by side, they look almost exactly the same. I mean, they have the same sticker, so maybe this is not original. Maybe it's already been replaced once before, but something happened. This one certainly doesn't do that at all. So we're gonna add, this comes with 3. My reading shows that we need 3 more, and then when we put in our new receiver dryer, we will add 1 ounce to that for like a total of 7, I believe. And this, according to the sticker, is where we add the oil right there. See, it's pre-charged with 3 ounces of oil. Must add recommended amount and type. So we will do that. We'll add 3, then we'll get this in the car, we'll tighten it back up, and then I'll show you the dryer, which is gonna be so fun to replace because they hide it right on top. No, I think this is gonna be pretty easy. That's it right there, that long black cylindrical tube. Good word, Mike. Yep, that's your receiver dryer. And I've been soaking the connections in some PB Blaster so it's easy to get on. The birds are singing. A squirrel got within 3 feet of me, just kind of checking on the progress here of the car, and all is well. So I think it's gonna go just perfectly fine. Believe it or not, she's attached. I love it when a plan comes together, okay? So thank goodness the air pump is gone. I had all the access to the bolts. You don't tighten this too much because you bend it and then it tweaks these ports where the O-rings are. I got new O-rings with this. The belt is on, everything is fine. The belts look really good. They're Gates belts. Next up is this. Okay, so I have this. I have one down there, and I've got some Phillips head screwdrivers. Phillips head here, and of course an 8mm over there. See, this is the good part about Jag. See, look, there's a bolt, and then you got a screw. The receiver dryer has been removed, and she's right here. We have the old one and the new one. Look at this, they even gave me the O-rings, okay? Ignore this where it says made in China. It's gonna be great, no problem at all. We even have a sight glass. So let me add, remember we're adding 1 ounce of oil. I've got it marked on my cup over here, and we will add the oil, transfer the brackets, and then put it in the car, tighten it up, and then it's time to do some vacuuming and see if our work has paid off. Making progress like crazy. Look how gorgeous that is. She's beautiful. I even got the sight glass on the same side. Okay, so that is good. That is good. All we have to do is put on our heat shield and our little piece right there, and I think we're ready to give her, you know, we can start her up and see how she does. I'm not gonna turn, no, because this is always on. So I think I'll vacuum it first. Yeah, we'll put the vacuum on it, let her set for a while, see if we have everything great, and then hopefully we can give her a recharge. All right, we've reached the point where we're sucking out all the bad stuff. Yeah, we got the vacuum going right here. You follow the line up. We're on our way to 29, minus 29 for there. I want it halfway between the 0 and the peg there. And I'm gonna take my best girl out to lunch, which means Lola gets a pup cup at Chick-fil-A. So I'm not cheap, I can't say that, but they do give free pup cups and she loves it. So we're gonna let this run for a while and it's gonna be great. We'll come back from Chick-fil-A and we will check everything. Then we'll tighten everything down. Hopefully it holds at 29 for an hour or so. Some people leave it overnight. Maybe we'll do that, we'll see. And if it doesn't leak, then we get to add the new Freon and we will be good to go. So it's been a lot of work, but I've done worse. I've done way worse. You were a pain. You weren't that bad. We're back from Chick-fil-A. Lola loved her little pup cup and we have reached 29 INHG, kilograms. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so we've reached that. What we're going to do now is close this off. I got to run another errand. We'll come back and check it. So remember where that is. Okay, we've got that right there. We will turn this off right here. And I think we're good. Let's just kind of hope that everything stays the same and it's like that when we get back. 3 hours later, 0 suction lost. and we're filling the system. I've reverted back to an older hose. This thing is a piece of crap. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this little connector, all my extra parts, and we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so we're going in our first can, and I need between 24 and 28 ounces. So it's gonna be a little more than 2. But if you look how smooth that is. The clutch is cycling already. Everything seems to be good. We're sucking in this Freon. You can see it in the side glass right there. And we're doing great, okay? So I'm gonna put in 2 cans. She's changing idle a little bit. I hope you're not breaking down on me. I really hope so. Are we getting colder air? Yes, it is getting colder. Now I do have air coming from here and not here. So that's a blend problem. So I definitely need to do a little research on that. Let's roll the window down. Come on. I love the lights. I just really do. Okay, let's just continue adding Freon until she's cold as ice. We're in about 1.5 cans, and as you see, we're looking at 40. The upper pressure seems to be a little bit high. I hope the expansion valve isn't boogered. I gotta find the expansion valve. Where is it in this thing? Probably in the dash somewhere. So we'll have to watch this. I don't want to put more. I mean, you wanted about 40 for the low. The high, I was thinking 180 to 200 or something, but it's 101 degrees out here, so this to me seems pretty high. But we do have some cold air coming out, so that's good. I've lost 2 sets of glasses. I don't know why. I don't know how. But it's a lot cooler. I just wish the air would come out of here. There's a little coming out of here. Most of it's coming out of here, and it's not really super cold now. It was a second ago. Oh my gosh, what's going on with this crazy car? Let's do auto. I get nothing from auto. And nothing from low. It's blowing just a little bit, but it's hot. We've gone back to hot. What's that? Oh gosh. You know what that was? That was our new compressor. That was the brand new compressor. Oh, great. Did I just ruin it? What is the problem? No, it's not moving now. Oh my gosh. This is not good. This is not good at all.